Spirit Airlines charged you to print your boarding pass.
They went bankrupt.
So where did the money go? You booked a ticket to Miami and it's like $23, so you feel like a genius. And then this happened. And your $23 ticket is now a $150 ticket.
30 million people get on that plane anyway.
Delta spent hundreds of millions every year. United, American, hundreds and hundreds of millions. Spirit never ran ads. Think about it. And yet everyone still knows who they are. Because every time Spirit did something insane, and they did something insane every week, someone posted about it. Someone got charged for a carry-on that fit under their seat. Viral. Someone calculated their free ticket that ended up costing $400. Viral. You did the marketing for them.
For free.
That's genuinely a marketing achievement.
But there's a problem.
Because the people complaining weren't coming back. And the people who did come back were the people for who the $23 actually mattered. And they weren't posting about it. They were just booking the cheapest ticket available. Spirit had one of the most recognized brands in airline aviation. And almost none of that converted to loyalty. So here's what actually killed them. It wasn't the fees, actually. It was the customers. Because Spirit built their entire business around one type of person. And it's the person who will always pick the cheapest option. Price buyer doesn't have loyalty. They have a sorting filter. The lowest price. The second someone else is cheaper, they're gone. Spirit knew this. Their whole math was volume. Get as much people on as much planes as possible, and the math will math until the math, unfortunately, did not math. Because COVID hit, and the cost went up, and the fuel and the labor, so they had to raise their prices. And the second they did that, the customers just left. They literally couldn't charge more without destroying their own business model. Trapped. If that wasn't enough, their merger deal got blocked by the DOJ. They were going to do a merger with JetBlue. Didn't happen. A backup deal with Frontier. Didn't happen. So the only Spirit left was a bunch of post-COVID death, which led to a bankruptcy in 2024.
And the internet celebrated.
And what the ghost of Spirit will teach you is that there are two types of brand recognition. Spirit had the first one, and they never bothered building the second one. And the gap between those two is what killed them. I mean, the brands that are surviving long-term aren't competing on price. They're competing on feeling. Take a look at Apple.
It doesn't sell you the cheapest phone. They sell you the feeling of having the best one.
The same way Nike doesn't sell you the cheapest shoe.
They sell you the idea of being someone who tries. Just do it. So even Delta, boring, expensive Delta,
sells you the feeling of being an adult with their life together.
Spirit sold relief.
Relief of finding the cheapest ticket. And if there's one thing people aren't loyal to, it's relief.
Spirit made you feel like you had no other option. And when you finally had another option, you took it.
Because if your brand disappeared tomorrow, would your customers celebrate or would they actually miss you? Because the answer to that question is worth more than any marketing budget you'll spend. And that, my dear friends, is the story of the ghost of Spirit Airlines. And if the last question hits a little too close, I help brands figure out the answers. See you next week with another story.